Lovely. So this is part 2 of the awkward first date from Plenty of Fish. If you haven't watched part 1, please go on over to my channel and watch that first, so this will make sense. Duh. Butter. And coffee. No, I'm not being paid to say this, but it's delicious. If I were being paid, that'd be awesome, because Starbucks is life. But no, they don't love me. Anyway, so, continuing. We were at the date, the place where we were eating. So we sat down and had some yogurt. And I was sitting there and being totally and completely awkward. Just being quiet, and every time he would ask me a question, like, so what kind of movies do you like? Cheesy ones. So what kind of music do you listen to? All kinds of things. All kinds of things. That was me every time he asked a question. I think I'm half crazy. Yeah, maybe a whole crazy. Maybe a whole crazy. Because, let's face it, my name's Brianna. So, sorry, my bra's bothering me. We sat there for about an hour just talking back and forth. Well, basically he was talking and I was not talking. And I was super, super awkward. And it came to a point where I knew that I was being awkward. And I said, I'm so sorry. I feel really uncomfortable because when I first meet someone, I'm not comfortable with them. And I need to stop doing that. And I'm sorry. And he was polite and so super nice and was like, I totally understand. When you first meet someone, you're awkward because you don't know them yet. It's not a big deal. And so I was like, okay, cool. He understands me. He understands me. Another few minutes and ate our yogurt, and we only ate about half of it. And then he made a joke about how he should have only got the small one because it was so big and he just couldn't eat it all. And I just thought, I giggled because, it was funny. And I'm sure he was just trying to make things less awkward because, let's face it, I was being super awkward. And so we got in his car and he took me home, which, like I said, was only 4 blocks away. It was 2 inches from the house. Might as well just walked, but, who's going to walk when you could sit in the car with a cute guy? Really. Who's going to do that? So we got in his car and he drove me to the house. I was kind of really quiet because I was still feeling really nervous. And he dropped me off and I was like, well, thanks for the night. I had fun. Thanks for the day. I had fun. And he said, thank you. You're welcome. Not thank you. He said, you're welcome. And smiled at me. And then I got out of the car and went in the house. And then we kept talking for the next few days and things like that. And he was friends with me on Facebook, so he would post pictures of art, which I love art. I love painting and drawing and things. So that was another thing that I liked. We had a lot in common. We had things in common, which is a good thing to have when you're trying to find someone. So he posted pictures and things that he'd make, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And he would comment on things that I posted. We were just kind of not really talking, but And so later that day, he messaged me and said something along the lines of, "You're a really nice girl, and you would be good as a friend, but I just don't see this going anywhere because of," I don't remember what it was exactly he said. It was 2 or 3 years ago, but he was really sweet and nice, and I got it. I was really awkward, and he probably wanted someone that's not so fucking awkward and, so weird and awkward, And, I don't really remember if my feelings were hurt. I was probably a little, I don't know. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. But, I was like, how girls are. Well, not all girls, some of them. I was like, oh, no big deal. Yeah, I had fun. No big deal. We can be friends. You're cool. Which was true. I did think he was pretty cool. He was a nice guy. And so we just continued being friends and things. And then one day he messaged me and was like, oh, you're friends with Brian? Oh, I probably shouldn't have said his name. Oh, well. You're friends with Brian? And I was like, oh, yeah, I am. We went to school together. We had we had an art class and we did ceramics and stuff, and that is a whole nother story because that guy, I had a thing with him too. So if you're interested in hearing that story, comment below and I will make it. I'll probably make it anyways because I like laughing at myself. Anyway, so I'm like, oh yeah, we had an art class together. He goes, oh, that's cool. We're friends. I'm all, he's a nice guy, and he's all, I guess he's a nice guy. He's okay. He's kind of an asshole sometimes. God, Brianna, stop cussing. They're probably gonna bleep you out of Facebook. YouTube. Oh my God, Brianna. It's not Facebook. It's YouTube. What's wrong with me? Okay. Anyway. So, where was I at? Okay, he messaged me, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, and then we just stopped talking after that, because I don't know, I felt awkward. He didn't really message me. I would sometimes comment on stuff, and then I continued being friends with him, but we didn't really talk, and, like, a year goes by, and he says, hey, what's up? I'm like, nothing much, and then we're talking. And we were just talking like normal conversation, like how's the weather kind of subjects, you know? And then like the next day, he posted that he's on Price is Right with this girl. And then all of a sudden he was engaged and all this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Okay, so I'm sure that wasn't a very exciting video. And I keep staring at the middle of the screen instead of at the actual eye thing, you know? So... Anywho, yeah, so that's my awkward first date story from Plenty of Fish, and I have lots of more because I've done some stupid crap, let me tell you. Some stupid crap. Lots of meeting up with guys that I don't know, letting them pick me up from my house. That is the stupidest thing you could ever do. If you don't know a guy, don't let him pick you up, okay? Okay, honey, that is the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life. I love you. Don't do that, okay? I'm mostly talking to myself here because that was stupid. And if you want to hear anything or have any questions or want me to talk about any of these stories that I just mentioned, comment below and tell me because I'm here for you. And I currently have no life. So yeah, have a nice day, lovelies.